Well, hello there. Welcome to nature. Ain't she beautiful? Just welcome to the woods. Stick around. What up, everybody? Okay, so this is a 2002 Jeep Liberty Sport. May be buying, I'm not sure, but I go get her backed up. I used a fiberglass electric fence pole, because this here, the tongue jack, doesn't work and the bolts are missing. I just stuck this in, had an orange parking cone here, and it stood up to about this high. It gave me a guidance of using this latch here, using the center point of this to line up with this, which got me 6 inches away, lined up to the tongue, and then I just slowly creeped it back. And when I had to put the jack over here, jack it up to get the blocks out, it goes that way. If you put the jack on this side, it comes this way. So when I let it down, it went on, and then I pushed on the camper and it dropped, snapped into place. So that's a helpful little trick right there. They do make poles that magnetic that stick on here that have a little light, and then you have one that hooks on right behind the ball on your trailer hitch that comes up high enough that inlines with this with a light, so that as long as those two lights are in line, you'll back up perfectly. That's one option. Second option is most vehicles, people that tow a lot, have backup cameras so that you can see exactly how far back you are. If you gotta go right, gotta go left. I had to remove the spare tire, which is right there, to even accomplish this, because the spare tire hangs down so low. I think it was 21, 22 inches with this up, your latch. So that catches, and then it clips it back, and then you can't pop it up to, it's a pain in the ass. So if you have a lock and lug nut, just slap a vice grip on that bitch and spin them loose. They come right off. So much for, preventing theft of a tire. When you can just slap a pair of vice grips nice and tight on that bitch and put a breaker bar on the end of the vice grips and just take them right off. They do make tools, if you lose the key to them, that you can buy at any hardware, any auto parts store, and that you just hammer into them and crank them off. But so now that I'm all jack free, it's got all the jacks out, the blocks are out, and she's hitched up, she's out of gas. So now I have to wait until I'm able to go get gas later on this evening and put a quarter tank in her, which is about average of $10. And then hopefully, with a little help from my friends, I can get some assistance in backing her in, because I'm not very good at backing trailers up, unless if they're a little longer, double axle. You have more stability to maneuver them. Single axles, they are a little harder for me to maneuver in reverse. I'm backing up, but I do have a log there, piece of firewood, just chucking that tire. Same on that side, just for safety, because if for some weird reason the wind shakes her too much and she decides she wants to roll a little bit, I don't want there be an issue with pulling. As she said, I took those two jacks out and that side went down some. I should have just brought that side down and this side up a little bit more when I was leveling her. I couldn't get that out. I had the jack maxed out. It's an old steel jack, and it wasn't like the other jack I used originally on jacking her up to put the jack stands under. So I was able to kick it and shake it and pivot it around under the tire. The boards wouldn't come out. There was too much tension still, but I was able to spin it so that way the tire's not rolling up and over the two 2x4s and then having a drop. So when I do roll forward, there's only a little bit of a drop right there, probably, I don't know, 3 inches, maybe 2 to 3 inches, something around there. Let's see, yeah, about that, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches. I would say less than 3 or under. But also a log there to chuck it. The rain from yesterday is finding its way off of the camper. There is some drippage here running down this channel and coming under. There's water right there. Water right there. I'm hoping I can be able to get the leaks fixed. This T-Rex tape is awesome once it sticks. Whoa, she's a little shaky. She's not stable. If I can shake her with my hand, I am going to get some stabilizer jacks for her come next year. But when she's on jack stand, she's pretty solid. Right now she sways. She's a shaking. I just hope I don't have to get inside to go get anything because it's gonna be sketchy. I got everything pretty much taken down. Even though I'm not moving far, but still, she shakes enough on transport. Things are gonna be shifted around, fall off, break. So I think I got everything pretty much secure. Just everything's on the floor. Obviously, there's things that's going to fall over. Steps up. Trailer parks, they always tell you, make sure your doors are closed, you're unlatched from power and water, and that your steps are up, and that you forgot your wife. But yeah, there's a lot of weight. I'm averaging, she's even the front now is down where she should be. You know, it's kind of hard to see here, but there we go. I had the front end up too high. Could have probably gotten away with 3 blocks. These I believe there's 6x6s here. There was 2, and then two side by side, and then this one on top of these 2, and then another one on top of this one, which is a little sketchy, but probably could have gotten away with just 3 and had her, if the tongue jack was working, you know, it would be a different story. I could just raise her up right now probably, but I don't know even if that's gonna work. Let's just give her a whirl here. Yeah, she's not spinning. The gear inside's shot. I gotta cut this off. I looked at some, I believe they're bulldog tongue jacks. They're like $40. Pretty easy to install, but to get these old ones out, they're supposed to come straight out, but she's not coming out, and there's nothing holding it. Just a little tight right here, but as you can see, like, there's no pin or no nothing, and I don't know if I can fix the gear or what, but that should just come out, but it's not, and it should just drop down into place, but it's not. So who knows, I might have to take a sledge to it and or put a block under there, and then put a jack here, right, raise it up, put a block under there, and then slowly raise it, let it down to push that out. And once that's out, block it, get a new one and slip in there, bolt it in. I was watching a video on YouTube on that, but they make some nice ones, electric ones. It run anywhere from $78 up to like $150. I don't really think I need an electric one. Hand crank would be fine. Some people said just get one that you bolt to the frame, and then when you travel you just drop it. It kicks up and it has a wheel, but this trailer is really heavy for that, and it probably wouldn't last too long. It would probably break real quick. This camper is I probably want to say 12 to 1,500 pounds. Like you can see, like she's pretty level with the truck. She's not, you know, the ascent's not down real low. But as soon as that comes off, this is coming up probably another 3 inches on the rear. I'll probably have to take out this old school jack right here. This is an old steel jack when they were built good. Shit today, man, they ain't as good as this. This thing's pretty heavy. A little slow on the crank going up. And you can hear it sounds like a spring tensioning going when it goes down. It's just how old it is, you know. You gotta have that, but so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I hear it creaking. Like I don't know if it's just that she's set or what it is, but I really don't want to be sitting around all day. I just to get some gas, to get her moved. I gotta move her today. Today's my day. I gotta move. They're coming to butcher some turkeys tomorrow, and got some work around the farm here this weekend. So yesterday rained all damn day. Wednesday I had a lot of running around to do, and then today's like the only good day we got. And then I think this weekend they're calling for more rain. I gotta get a tarp or something to put across this roof here. Had 2 leaks. Well, there's 3 leaks. I gotta try to figure it out here. It's right where it comes across and drops up in here, and it's leaking. It comes down and it runs across and it drips right in here. So it's coming in and it runs across a board up there, and then it comes down, and then the other one's right after it drops off where all that caulking is. So I don't know, like it didn't leak for the most part of the day yesterday, and then later on in the evening it of course started to leak. So eventually I'm going to take all that caulking off. You know, I don't know if it's leaking like up under right there or if it's up on the roof side. I won't know until I could try to get up there and take a peek. I need a ladder. I hate heights, but if I can get up 3 feet. You know, and take a peek up there. Just enough to get my head up over the roof here. And then, of course, the other leak. Let me walk you around here. It's muddy. And of course, the other leak that's been going on. I got the leak around the window. I'm pretty sure taken care of. I stripped off all the old lifted silicone because I had window caulking on there, and that didn't bond. So I think I got that solved. A buddy of mine that I spoke to, he says this will actually be a better seal than these type of windows, but they're going to get all the windows, even this one's going to get plastic sheeting over it like I did back there, just to prevent condensation buildup, because a lot of these windows last night, this one, that one on that side, that front one, those two, one on each side, and then that one didn't really too much, but a lot of these had a lot of condensation on them. So I gotta put a barrier, and I didn't even have heat going. Wasn't too bad after I got underneath 4 big blankets. But the other one, as you can see, there used to be a light or whatever here. There's a bunch of holes that I had the silicone from the inside and slopped some on the outside. That's all holding. But right where that black tab is, it's leaking up over here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, like right about here. Excuse me. So there's a line of screws that hold the aluminum to the galvanized roof up there. I'm wondering if the seal somewhere up there, because it is tarred up there, and then they tarred it back there because of a leak. I'm wondering if the tar is old and it weathered and it cracked. But I'm going to get some on Amazon. It's about $70 a gallon. It's the cheapest I could find of RV and house roof rubberized roofing stuff that you can use a roller, you can brush it on. It's very flexible to apply, and it says to apply on a cool day. Do not apply in direct sun on a warm, hot, or humid day. So a cool day, like today's not bad. It's 48 degrees, so sun's out, feels good, so feels warmer than it is. So today would be a good day to do it. Fortunately, I have to order it on Amazon. It's coming with my wood stove. So the whole roof, I'm going to try to make a platform that will bring me up. Like I said, probably 3 feet up. I gotta be somewhere about here. Or here. And then I can just get a roller, a throwaway roller, handle, broom handle, and just a painter's pan, and just dip and roll. They said to put it on pretty thick, so a gallon. I'm just gonna put it on a normal coat. Ain't gonna go real crazy with it. I'm just gonna want to try to get the whole roof coated with it. First, I'm gonna start with the 3 spots there and the 2 on that side, and make sure they got a good coat. Let it dry, and then the rest of it I'm gonna slop on the whole roof and do as much as I can. And then I'm hoping a gallon, and a gallon says it will only do what was it, 80 square feet or something like that, 100 square feet, and this is over over 100 square feet. So I don't know. I'm thinking a gallon will most of the roof. Like, I'm not gonna go real crazy. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the film here. It's not focusing too well here, and I apologize. There we go, a little bit. You can see the little black bumps up there. That's where they had tarred it, and I'm wondering if one of those, that's where the screws came down to hold the bent aluminum here to the galvanized sheet metal on the roof. So I'm wondering if there's a leak there. I didn't have a leak before I put the insulation in, and then when I put the insulation in, I think because it was a tight fit, it pushed on it, on the ribs that go across the support in the roof. Spread them out a little bit. Might have put some strain on it. I took that piece right out, and it didn't stop. As you can see, and it leaks right where you still see it's wet, all right along there, and then it builds up right there and runs down, and it gets up here, and it just keeps dripping. So that's about right where that curve is, and then that galvanized sheet metal right there. So, and on that back side of these two 2x2s here, on that back side of that one is where the screws are. You can see the difference on the insulation. I did that on purpose so that I know that there's that's where the screws are. But and then the other leak is coming from right there, and the other leak is coming from right there. So where it comes flat, leaks at the top of that dip, dips down, and then it leaks right after that dip. And I had to take that piece of insulation out because the water was all just dribbling. As soon as I took it out, it built up behind that board right here, and then it was coming across, running over, running down, dripping, running. I've had to put a dirty t-shirt over there last night just to catch the water. Yeah, that's why that board on top of that window right there, that dark one, that's all dry rotted. I thought I had the leaks taken care of, but I guess not. So I guess it's going to be slapping the tar on the old roof, rubberizing it. So that's what I got plans for today. So hope everybody enjoys, and hope everybody has a great weekend. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to the homestead. If you remember from last year, if you remember that fire pit right there, you know where I'm at. Sure, some of you remember. That's going to get all remodeled. It's going to be a little different, but it's going to be remodeled. I got the okay for that, so that's good. It would have been the little tiny cabin right here on wheels, that little one-person shanty. Oh, I hear a chipmunk. I got some more firewood to process. I got some materials to play around with, which is good. Got a pallet, which is very useful. And there's the bobcat. And bam! There she is. I don't know if y'all can hear that wind. It's like 3:30 in the morning on a Monday. This wind is just crazy. It's gotta be probably about 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts. Just ripping right through the woods, coming through open fields. I'm tucked into the wood line, like in the woods itself, and the winds are still strong. Crazy. I got woken up from this damn wind. This is when I need a little mini wind turbine to generate power on days like this. Hopefully this wind doesn't last long and it settles down. You can hear a small branch scraping against the backside of the camper. I gotta get that branch cut down. My little outside solar panel light, solar light, keeps coming on. Because the wind's so strong, it's moving everything, all the small trees and stuff, and whipping them around, and it's tripping off the sensor and blowing leaves past. Oh man. Well, I just hope you guys could hear that wind, how strong it is out there. It's crazy Vermont weather, man. Crazy. Alright, y'all. Later.
I knew a better life existed, but thought that I missed my lifestyle. Wow, I was living like a wild child, trapped on a short leash, parole to police files. So yo, what's happening now? I see the sun breaking down into dark clouds, and a vision of you standing out in the crowd. So come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come my lady, you're my pretty baby, I'll make your legs shake, you'll make me go crazy. Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come my lady, you're my pretty baby, I'll make your legs shake.